Hey everyone, John Runner 88 here with another Star Wars figure review. We're going to do a mashup today because the Tusken Raider here does not deserve his own video. Haha. Why is that? Because it's kind of a fumble on Hasbro's part. Um, it's the back of the card here. And my son helped me open this one without my permission, but whatever. I just keep them for the videos if I feel like using them. 50th Lucas 50th logo. These are the Walmart exclusives. If you do not need to pick up these Tusken Raiders, don't, because the wrists are terrible. They redid the arms to give it like a bend, because I think the original ones only had like a swivel elbow. But the hands, I can't even move them. I'm scared to move them. I know a lot of people have had breakage with the wrists, and it's like the peg is like very soft. It's they should have redone the hands. It's like the old hands, but on the new um, arms. So the pegs are like just slightly too big, and they just don't have very good movement. I tried heating them up and everything, but it's just not working. So I got them in these poses here. This guy can kind of hold his rifle in an okay way. This guy could probably somewhat do it, but you kind of gotta maneuver him around. And it sucks because, I mean, there's a new head sculpt, I believe, and new arms, and everything else is the same. And the soft goods are great. I love the fabric. It's like it's perfect in the way it's sewn. It like really it drapes really nice around them. They've got like the soft goods like skirt and like the um, kind of like a um, cloak bit that goes over the sides. Like it's great. Other than the wrists, the scary might break off wrists. The heads are a little muddy looking with like the paint apps here, but it's not that bad. Could probably use like a little like dry brushing of like a lighter color to really take bring out some of the um, detail in it. But yeah, this is a little diorama thing I set up because the Book of Boba Fett trailer came out today and it looks awesome. So I figured I haven't done a video on Boba Fett, been putting it off for whatever reason. So I figured today's a good day to do it. Um, so let's get to the star of the show, Mr. Boba Fett himself. Here's his card back. I know there's some problems with people were saying like, oh, they're gonna do this. Actually, it's funny that on the back it's still got the orange background. They didn't correct that, but they did correct pretty much all the cards. I don't think anybody's found an orange card, so they must have got it like the perfect time in production to stop it from being the orange pill. Which I mean, I think it would have been fine on orange and whatever. Like I don't collect on cards, so I think if they want to change things from the original releases, like the original Kenner releases, like if there's the wrong character on the card, change it. Like the Ewok situation, they should have changed that to the proper character. Um, but the man of the hour, Mr. Boba Fett, the Alpha to Omega's Omega. um, but yeah, this is a fantastic figure. Absolutely amazing. Better looking than I think the Black Series deluxe one that they came out with. Simply because I mean it's completely new. They redid him completely. But the helmet, the only drawback to this figure, doesn't have too much because they have the rocker ankles now. They sacrifice a little bit of the movement in the foot. Like you can get it, it can go back quite a bit. Um, but as far as going forward, it doesn't go forward much. So with the backpack, he is a little back heavy. But you can kind of like maneuver his legs, like spread him out a little bit, and he can get a good stance, and you can lean him forward. He's got a decent little he's got some waist torso articulation, so you can kind of move him around a bit. Arms have like a great range of movement. They have some deep cuts in the elbow, but the rangefinder doesn't move. It's not articulated, which it's not like a deal breaker, but it would have been cool because you can get him in some cool shots if that could go down. That's like the one thing that the deluxe Black Series 6-inch version has over this one. However, this one's helmet looks so much better because it's just a molded helmet. It's not over anything like the Black Series one. They even like sculpted like underneath. You can't see it too good, but there's like a little like kind of jaw like paint like sculpted under there, which is funny because you can't take the helmet off. But the Black Series one has a head under, but it's glued onto it, which warps the helmet and whatnot. That was a big issue. Is a lot of the helmets were warped in the package. But I mean, he's just like you could just pose this guy for hours. Like any position, he looks absolutely amazing. He's got the soft goods little cape here, which is I was very surprised that they did that. Because the Black Series has sorry about that thing on my finger. Some schmutz from work probably. But I think the Black Series even has like a rubber cape. So that's another thing the vintage collection figure has over it. Yeah, the paint apps are great. Mine is missing that like little like kind of digital readout thing, which is whatever. I don't care about that. But I know there was a running change when the figure was coming out, so some do have that digital readout. Yeah, definitely forward thinking with this figure as far as like the belt is a different piece, so they could swap it out and do like the Empire Strikes Back version because the belt is one of the bigger differences with that figure. The gauntlets are a different color, but that would be an easy kind of retooling and repaint for them to do. And one little issue I have is on the back here. You can kind of see right there. He's got a little tiny little tear. So if you have this figure, just be careful. Because with the new rocker ankles that they've been doing, they've been sacrificing kind of the thickness of like the ankle joints and like even like the soles of the feet, like the heels. They've been much thinner to compensate for all that. So just be careful you don't rip his foot off by accident. But yeah, fantastic figure. If you don't have him, get him. He's great if you're 3.75-inch, 3 3/4 inch collector. He's a must-have. And they're repainting this in that like the droids deco, which is awesome because it's just like another Mandalorian for the shelf. I'm just gonna use him for like teaming up with him. He's not Boba Fett. He's just another Mandalorian in my eyes. And with this figure they also have like the these pieces here, the little shoulder guards. They're actually molded into like the shoulders here. Like it's a separate piece that like lays over like the joints, and it lays great. It's like I'm sure in some cases it could like be if you leave the arm up too much, it would probably like get a little warped up in an upward position, but I mean it looks fantastic, and I can't wait for them to come out with like a re-armored Boba Fett for the Book of Boba Fett. They're working on it. It's coming. Fennec Shand and him are definitely in the works for vintage collection. They're just not talking about it yet. We'll probably get some reveals soon, especially with all the bring home the bounty stuff they've been doing. But yeah, he's a great figure. I like moving him and stuff. Like aside from the ankles, like I showed, he's a sturdy figure. Probably one of the more sturdy figures I've dealt with recently with Hasbro. Some of their newer stuff, like I've said, they've been sacrificing a little in the way of the thickness of some parts. I'm gonna stand a little bit. He's gonna fall. He was falling. But a fantastic figure. I can't recommend him enough. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Avoid these guys if you can. I mean, if you want them, go for it. They're, aside from the wrists, the Tusken Raiders are some pretty awesome figures. Like they look pretty great. But Boba Fett, absolute must-have. Oh, come on! I was trying to end things here, and you're screwing it up. Absolute must-have figure, Boba Fett. And if you ever, whenever they're going to be reusing pieces for like if they're doing like kit bashes for like, you know, Death Watch Mandalorians or something, like I'm pretty sure they're using that helmet for, they're just repainting it. Like, come on, we can probably get a Django out of this too. Some pieces. So yeah, keep it up, Hasbro. All your new figures are absolutely phenomenal. Just slight little issues here and there with some of them, but yeah, if you ask me, they've been knocking it out of the park. Only issue is just stock. They just need to work on making sure that stores get more than one case of vintage figures. But I mean, it's kind of all over the place with inventory and stock. You know, things are being held up in ports and whatever. But that was my son trying to ruin my video. But yeah, if you don't have them, pick them up. Great figure. And I think that about wraps it up here. You know, John Runner 88. Same on Instagram. I actually posted a cool picture with this whole background on there, and kind of inspired by the Book of Boba Fett. So go follow me on there. Subscribe to me here if you want. Comment below if you got them. If you don't have them, or if you got them, tell me how much you love them, because you gotta love them. And if you have any issues with these figures, like did you get some Tusken Raiders, and are their wrists good? Can you move their wrists? I'm afraid to move their wrists. I'll snap their hands off. Yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.